Hola, mi gente. I don't know. Sorry. Okay, so today is October 29th, Monday. My camera's a little crooked. I really don't know what to do about that. These tripods suck. I gotta get like more expensive ones. I don't know. Is that better? Okay, so this one is going to be about fasting. I'm on a 72-hour fast today. I actually started yesterday, Sunday at 7:30. I had a little bit of dinner, and then it's like 10 a.m. So 12 hours, a little bit over 12 hours. All I'm drinking was water, and I'm really thirsty. So the there's a lot of fasting dudes out there that post on YouTube and like talk about it. One of the more prolific ones is Cole Robinson. I think that's his name. He's the snake diet guy, and he promotes snake juice, which this is not. This is it's just water with no salt. I will be doing the salt. I've tried that. So is snake? What was that? We've been watching Haunting of Hill House, so I don't know. A lot of weird stuff is happening. And they do say the veil is thinnest this week between the worlds. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I'd love to talk about Halloween though, because it's one of my most favorite holidays. But I don't know. Over the years, things just kind of get out of, sync, and you just forget to do cool shit like that. But we still have time because Halloween is Wednesday. Seriously, dude, look at this. It's all crooked. All right, I'm gonna leave it. So, all right, so 72-hour fast. I've done a bunch before. Um, I want to say 2 months ago, I was doing a 24-hour fast once a week. And the reason I even started doing fasting was, just all the diet stuff that's out there. Paleo diets, keto diets, vegan, high carb, no carb. It's too much. And me, in my advanced years of age, have never found a diet that could really work for me. But that's everybody. You find something that does work. I did paleo years ago for 30 days, and that was like early low carb type way of eating, and that worked until it didn't, kind of like plateaued. And but the real problem there for me was cheat meals. I would eat too many meals on weekends and have too much fun. And then the big thing also, I think, is once you kind of get the body that you want, the little lines, your own ribs, you get cocky, and then you think, I can eat whatever I want. And then, a month passes and you're back to square one or square four because you lose your six pack. Anyway, so I read this book called The Obesity Code by Dr. Jason Fung, and basically the gist of that book, it's a great book, you gotta read it, there's so much stuff in it. His YouTube videos are good, but he has a really annoying voice, which I've learned to like. It's so crooked. I need help in my production studies, or my production skills. Although I started using the selfie camera on my phone, and for some reason it's way better than everything I've used. And looking at it now, it looks great. And like zero lighting, other than like, the sun that's coming in through the trees. There's a deer. So I read the book, and the gist of it was about frequency of eating. Like modern humans, we eat too much. Not too much or too little is beyond the point, or beyond the point. Anyway, it's not so much about how much we're eating, but it's about the frequency of eating and the access to food that we have. I start making those noises. Um, breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner, breakfast or dinner, snacks, late night eating, 24-hour diners, bar food, movies, surf food now, Hello Draft House. Oh my god. Just watched Halloween. I mean, I don't want to talk about it because my girlfriend saw it and she loved it, and I get it. It's probably got some good things in it, and I enjoyed very little. But I'm not gonna say I hate it, but you know. Anyway, so food at the Alamo. You got these. Their food is actually not that great, but don't ever change because the place is amazing. You got beers, you got drinks. We do these nice little ice cream smoothie things. The fries are great, fried pickles. But anyway, so you see the tangent. Food everywhere, shoved in our face, and all of a sudden, you go nuts. You're just ordering everything. You can order food now online. Seamless will bring you food at all hours of the night. There's companies that will send you food on a daily basis, so you can feed yourself. There's just too much food, and our bodies can't keep up with that because of the insulin that gets released every time we eat, and then that kind of tells your body to pack on some fat. Read the book. I'm not Dr. Fung. He's Dr. Fung. He knows what he's talking about. Anyways, he talks about lessening your frequencies. So like back in the 60s, people just ate 3 meals. That's it. There were no such thing as snacks or protein bars, shit like that. But I hate looking at myself because I get distracted. I don't know why. So the other thing that he doesn't talk too much about, he mentions it in the book, but he kind of like leaves it open-ended because I guess people are very weird about not eating, is fasting. And then like that, if you want to control your insulin, you don't eat. Then there's no insulin being released, and then your body's just kind of forced to like figure out what to do and run off that. So I started playing with that, and I've done fast back in the day with broth. I forget why I was doing that or who. Oh, there was this book called Eat Stop Eat, and they were talking about intermittent fasting, intermittent day fasting. That's another issue with the intermittent or fasting, not community, but the fasting way of eating. There's all the jargon is all jacked up. Like there's initially intermittent fasting meant eat one day, don't eat the other day, so intermittent. But now it means windows, and it's you fast all day and you eat maybe at 2 p.m. until 10 p.m. I messed around and have been still kind of. I just don't eat all day. I'll have coffee, and then I won't eat till 4 until like 10 and just snack all day. Which I don't know if it's the best, but your body gets used to it and you learn to like clean it up. When you first start intermittent fasting with eating windows, you get a little crazy because you haven't been eating all day, and you just figure when your eating window's going, you just stuff your face, which is not the best move, but I don't know. There's some weirdo guy from Jersey. His handle is Blake_201. I don't know. Just look what he's doing. It's nuts. Anyway, he eats insane meals. Like, they're not real food. It's like cartoon food. But it's working for him, I guess. I don't know. Anywho, so I started messing with fasting again, and I was doing 24-hour fast on a weekly basis. So every Monday I would do it. Problem with that was not a lot of change in like body composition, but I would like the respite or like the little pause from eating. But because it was such a short fast, your body was still like under pressure and shaking and asking for food, and like your hormones were asking for food, and you feel it. And because you didn't push past that wall of like a 24-hour fast into a 48-hour fast or 72 like I'm doing now, your body doesn't switch over to. I mean, and I don't really know what exactly is happening. I'm just going off what people say in the books and things I've learned and what I'm assuming is happening. So your body switches over to burning fat to some extent. And supposedly they say it takes 3 days for your body to kick into that. But I think the more you do this, the better you get at it, and the better your body clicks on. So I was doing the 24-hour fast. Then I started for a couple of weeks, like a good 4 to 5 weeks every Monday. And then I started doing 36. So I would have dinner the night before and then not eat until the next morning. So 36 hours. And that night, the fasting night, was terrible. I was freezing. That's one thing I could never get over. Like 8 months in, I'd done the 24 the first 4 weeks, and then the 36 the next 4 weeks, or even 6. I was freezing. That's why I'm wearing a sweater now, because I know I'm going to be dying later tonight. So the 24, not that great. The 48, 36, a little bit better. And then I Googled on the phone, why do I get so cold when I'm fasting? And when I did that, I found the snake diet. And I just went in and watched a lot of his videos, too many. And the only reason he appealed to me was because he had a whiteboard, he had a marker, little dry erase, and the way he spoke and instructed or taught was very similar to that of like an army dude at like one of those dumbass courses they'd send you to. I mean, they're not dumb, but like just, silly, funny courses that you'd go, and the guy already probably taught it thousands of times. And he's just yelling and cursing and doing all these like silly ways to teach. It appealed to me. I liked it. I liked his videos, and I started watching more and more, and then talking about how he always recommends a minimum of 48 and drinking the snake juice, which is basically just water and salt and potassium. I tried. I jumped in and did the whole potassium salt combo, and it was messing with me. Like after like a week or two, I was just like messing with my stomach a little bit. So I got rid of the potassium, and I was okay with the salt. A little bit on that, the salt water, it lets you be less thirsty because you're drinking so much, not so much water, but because you're drinking water with salt. For some reason, everything gets held into your body, and I would go all day with very little water. Like I drink one of these. This is like 24 ounces, so almost a liter. And without salt, I drink maybe 3 or 4. With salt, easily just 1. I'm really thirsty now, though. Anyway, so then I started doing 48s after I watched his videos. I'm like, oh, let me jump in. So I started doing 48s, so much better. And then because I was doing the whole thing, testing it every week, I did 48s every week. I did that for 6 weeks. Yeah, and the weight dropped. I was the skin, what Satsulin calls penis skin on your abs. What the fuck? Old dudes are weird. I'm getting there, so I don't know. that's what this is. Me turning into a weird old dude. But the weight came off. It was really neat. It was a little weird because my friends started noticing a week before 48 fast, and then they start telling you like, what are you doing, and yada yada yada. And then the one move is to just ignore them, which is annoying. And then the worst move is to defend yourself, which is just the worst, trying to defend yourself and defend not eating. The best is when you find someone else that's been doing it, and what, you too? And then so much fun. And then you get to hang out and you just don't do anything. You don't eat, you don't drink. It's a little weird, but it's still fun. Anywho, so then I was losing too much weight, I think. I'm 185. Like right now, I'm 180. I don't know because of the fast, but lately I'm like 180, 185 in that window. But for me, I always thought 185 is like fine. I'm 5'11". But before this, I was easily 200, 190, 198. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, well, if I can get to 190, I'm great. That's 185, even better. Got down to 180. I'm like, what? One day I'm like 179. And that's creepy. Even though it isn't, I don't know. It messes with your head on like what your body should look like, and I don't know. I think once you start feeling that, like, am I too thin? Maybe that's when you should stop. But I don't know. Everyone's got their own fucking thing. So I backed up, or backed off rather, and then I started doing 48-hour fast every 2 weeks, and the weight was still really good. And then I'm like, well, this is not too bad, but I was kind of still, like, the weight was coming off, but much slower. But it was still kind of still creeping down. So I'm like, all right, let me just do this once a month. Maybe once a month is all that needed. And instead of 48, I'll do 72. So that way I like hardcore get into it. And I guess I should explain, but this isn't one of those explanation videos because I didn't do the research. I mean, I read and I learned for myself, but I didn't do the research for this video to tell you what you need to be told. But doing a daily fasting regimen is great. It's great for your body. It's great for your cells. It's great for your hair. I mean, I don't have brittle nails or anything, but lately I've turned into not Wolverine, but the other guy, Canadian. No, what am I saying? Yeah, he's a Canadian dude, right? Sabretooth, played by that Donovan guy in the movies. Ray Donovan. I don't know how to say his name. Great actor. He was in Big Night. You watch the movie Big Night. He's in there. He's a doorman. He's Israeli. Is that his name? Is something. Anyway, the guy who played Sabretooth in the X-Men movies from like a couple years ago. Look him up. Good looking dude. Ray Donovan. Good looking dude. Big tall guy. Anyway, so he has these claws. I don't know the comics. I do know the comics, but I forget. So I'm scratching into my skin, and you can't see this, but I gashed myself with my own hand. Ridiculous. So I don't know what's going on. I'm getting superpowers. So anyway, so I'm 181, so I'm assuming I'll probably lose another 4 pounds over the course of, because I started Sunday night, today's Monday, so Monday night tonight is 24, Tuesday night is 48, and then Wednesday night, Halloween, I don't know, I'll probably just break my fast with candy. So hopefully by Wednesday, I'll probably, it's going to be tough, man, because I work till 9. I'll try to find a way to weigh myself. Worst case, I weigh myself in the morning, and it'll definitely be like a good 4 pounds of weight. The weight does lessen when you drink the salt water stuff, but totally recommend the salt water, because it keeps it's basically an electrolyte drink, and it keeps your brain kind of from like running. Because the longest I've done was 5 days on just water and like broth, but the broth was like maybe once a day, so my sodium levels were low, and you just feel like slightly woozy. Not fun. I'm sure you get used to it, but for sure the salt's super added benefit, worth it, use it. It's just good for you. I don't know. So this is my first 72 hour fast on my new monthly regimen. So we'll see what happens. I hope it'll be great. But it's good. It's just good for you. It's good to, and so I got my girlfriend to do the daily intermittent fasting, and she was doing like 2 meals a day. So she'd eat at 2 and then have like another meal at 8. And like after a month, she started looking at my face. After a month, she started like talking to me about how like, oh my God, I've learned to like not worry about hunger pangs, and like how to like focus yourself on something else, and not like let your life be run by I need a snack, I need a food. Even though she still snacks regularly, but you know, everyone's on their own path. And tell them if they ask, but that's another thing. How to get someone you care about to do things that are healthier. That's, I don't know. It's nuts. Family members. I had an uncle, or have. God, he's still around. But I worry because he's like a heavy dude. He's my frame, same height, everything. But he's pushing 270 easy. And that's on a good day. I've seen him heavier. I don't know. Do you guys have family members or friends or girlfriends or boyfriends or coworkers or just people that you would want to help, but you can't? 'Cause it's just too much hard. It's hard work to like not offend them and make them not feel bad. That's another video. I don't even know. Tell me about it. Put it in the comments. Right, this is it. I think I'm gonna stop it here. 72-hour fast. 183 yesterday, 181 today. My weight. I guess I don't know, post it in the comments later, or in the next video I'll talk about it. I know this video is late because too busy lately. Too busy. So I guess from now on I'll say see you in 8 days. It'll be like see you in 8 to 10. 8 to 10. If I get to one day, I got at least 2 days to put it out. Today's Monday. I'm supposed to do it Saturday. So yeah, see you in 8 to 10 days. I don't know if this, I mean, once I get better at it, once I get rich off this and don't have to work, then I can do this on a daily basis. Then that's how you become crazy like Jenna Marbles. She used to be really famous, and now you look at her video. All right, I'm gonna stop ranting and trashing other people. I have a good one. Yeah, don't eat. Uh, chill out. Do other things. And you literally have so much time. I'm doing this. I'm running errands. Um, it is hard though. You do. I've done fasts where I screw up and just reach for like a snack that I have in my desk or whatever, and just eat it, and then slowly realize like, holy shit, I was supposed to not eat for another day. What am I doing? And then fast restarting. So that does happen, but you get good at it. There's these hormones called ghrelin that get used to your body's demands of it. And it pushes or it changes how it reacts because ghrelin tells you when it's time to eat because it knows when you eat and it reminds you to do it. I don't know. So if you like eat into submission to like say, hey, I don't care. You eat when I eat, and then that's all right, man. I no research for this one, no prep. I literally thought about this in the shower. I'm like, oh, I should talk about listening to our fast. So yeah, that's it. 20-minute video. This is a long one. I gotta go. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. That's what everyone says, but literally that's what I'm saying. All right. Good luck there to anyone else who's not eating. It's easy. They get easy.